Hey everybody, Jonathan Mayer here, and I'm back with another Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing. This is for the month of October 2022, and as referenced, today is Saturday, October 22nd. If you've watched my videos before, you may know that I just did one 2 weeks ago that was the All Elite Crate. That All Elite Crate we get quarterly, and then this Pro Wrestling Crate we get monthly. So if you subscribe to both 4 times a year, you're going to double dip and get both of them. If you have watched my videos before, thank you. If this is the first one that you've stumbled across, thank you so much for finding me. I'd love if you subscribe to my channel, throw a like on this video, helps the algorithms, and makes me feel good. So with these Pro Wrestling Crates, we're going to get a similar format every month, or the same format every month, and we're going to get some wrestlers are going to tell us they're going to be in that box, but it's a mystery as far as what we're going to get. So every month we're going to get 2 t-shirts. We're going to receive a micro brawler, a lapel pin, and a signed 8x10. You know you're going to get those things. And then there's usually going to be a few other things thrown in as well. Maybe a DVD or a comic book or a Deathmatch King pizza cutter, something like that. So in the t-shirts, this comes from Pro Wrestling Tees. So they're the industry leader as far as t-shirts are concerned. So those are always going to be awesome. This month, these are the wrestlers. They always give us a heads up of who's going to be in here. So these are the wrestlers that are going to make up this crate. I think they called this a masks and paint crate because it's Halloween. So here are the wrestlers. We're going to have something from Sting. We know he has paint. Macho Man Randy Savage. That'll be interesting to see, what they do there. Danhausen. We know he's got a little red around his eyes for paint. So Insane Clown Posse, Abaddon, Lince Dorado, and Mick Foley. I try to avoid spoilers usually when I can. I've got an idea of a couple things that are in here, but it's going to be fun to see what we've got. So let's cut the tape. That's what you're here for. And see what's in here. Okay. First off, we have the card that's going to tell us, next month. And it's also going to go over what's in this crate. So we don't look at the one side. We don't want to be spoiled. All right. First shirt here is a black shirt, real common with wrestling shirts. Looks kind of like a comic book theme there a little bit. Okay, so we've got Sting and RoboCop. And I know there was some sort of a program they did on WCW back in the day where RoboCop was actually there. So that's cool. It says Capital Combat 90. So maybe that was the pay-per-view, if you will. So that's cool. All right, next up, I did kind of see this shirt in a preview, little preview frame on YouTube. I knew it was a red shirt. We have, so Mick Foley, or Mankind there, with a chainsaw. I don't know if that's Leatherface, maybe, from, I don't know if I have that name right, but from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, that's definitely an October-themed scary shirt. A red shirt. We don't get red shirts too often, so I'll bust that out on Halloween. Next up here, we've had a few of these before. It is a Brawler Ball. I guess that's kind of how you get Macho Man in a spooky theme, is you give him a spooky Brawler Ball. It feels like it's a little bit smaller than some of the other ones. But the other ones had 2 characters on it, so there we got the Macho Man, a little like a stress ball. Okay, next up here, and I did not get the chase. I saw this on this guy's Whatnot stream the other night. My dear friend Danhausen, we have a micro brawler that is Frankenhausen. Him obviously as Frankenstein's monster there, if you will. Then we got the card on the back. All right, next up, still got a few more things in here, and then we'll circle back around and go over these again. I'll open up that micro brawler. Okay, next up here, we got a 2-backer, but it's actually 2 separate pins. We've seen this a few times before where it's 2 guys' faces. We have the Insane Clown Posse. I may be off on it. Maybe Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, if I am correct, but maybe I'm wrong there. I'm not a juggalo by any means, but I mean, I respect the game. Insane Clown Posse. I had the great Malenko CD back in the day. Okay, next up here we've got a comic book. It's from our friends at the Cryptic Closet. They're good friends of the PWT cast. Okay, so it's a comic book here. Got some cool artwork on the front. And then the back is like black and white with some faces in there. I know sometimes my friend Scrump's face is in there. I don't know if he's going to make it there this time or not, but... So that's neat. I've never read any of these comic books. I've actually got a few of them, several of them hanging up around the room here, though, as like pieces of art. Okay, last but not least, and then we'll circle back around, we have our autographed 8x10. I do say that if you kind of remember who was on the list, maybe you could figure this out. And I know we had Lince Dorado on that list. We also had Abaddon on that list, but she was our All Elite crate signature. So I don't know. Let's see what we got here. And then out of nowhere, we've got the Warlord. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer in the WWE, but he's a classic character, Warlord. So maybe those other two were in the comic book. Maybe it was card subject to change. That's always a possibility when it comes to wrestling. So let's circle back around here, show you what we got, and then I'll let you get out of here so you can go watch some other unboxings of other people. So I'm just going to show you the 8x10. It's already here. We have the Warlord. They made a micro brawler of him. I did not pick it up, but I probably should have. He's a very toyetic looking wrestler. We had our Cryptic Closet comic book. Sometimes it will say, what wrestlers might be involved. It doesn't say on the front, but I open up the front cover and there's Abaddon right there. So Abaddon is involved in this. All right, that's cool. We have our Brawler Ball here. Kind of, I say these are inspired by those Mad Balls back in the day, kind of gross out balls that you would squeeze and the guts would come out. This doesn't really do that, but it's a stress ball. I've used it for stress, I guess you would say. Here's our Insane Clown Posse pins, two faces there. I really like those. They've always been really involved in the world of professional wrestling. I'm going to go Micro Brawler last because I'm going to open that up. So here, let's go our t-shirts. We got our red one here. And it's got our, I'm going to say Texas Chainsaw Massacre version of Mankind. His mask kind of looks red, almost looks like a Vader mask, but that's the Mankind mask. And then we have Sting and RoboCop. So we got some fun stuff thrown in here, but I'd say everything else is extra because people are probably going to pay the cost of this crate for this micro brawler right here. And you can find Danhausen at quite a few conventions. Give him $50 and he'll autograph that for you, I'm sure. That price may be going up. He's an in-demand guy. So if you've seen my videos before, you've seen this, but they've made this packaging where you can open it up and kind of reseal it. You just barely pull this back here, and then that card comes right out. A perfect card. You could cut that out, share it with your friends, or just keep it if you want to put this back in the package. But here we go. As many might argue, if you say this is Frankenstein, they'll say, no, that is Frankenstein's monster. But he's got the Danhausen look there. That is, dare I say, pretty amazing. Now, the Chase version of this, you see he's smiling. The Chase version, he's not smiling. So this is very nice. The Chase is very evil. And then I think his skin is more just all white instead of green. So that's pretty awesome. Let's take a look at our cards so we know what to expect next month. We'll see if we had any. I dropped my card here. See if we had any special names on these. That Sting RoboCop shirt is called Combat featuring RoboCop, a Sting t-shirt. The Mick Foley t-shirt is called The Massacre. That Frankenhausen Micro Brawler, there are 250 Chase versions of that. Abaddon, Chris Cryptic Closet comic book, easy for me to say. I may have said Wardlow that whole time. I don't know. It's Warlord is his name. Warlord was our autographed 8x10. We have the Insane Clown Posse 2-piece lapel pin. There's 100 chase versions of that. Sometimes the chase versions might be glow in the dark, or they're just colored, a little bit different. We have our Macho Man Randy Savage Brawler Ball. And then you get 10% off your next order with a code here. And it says this month's charity is the Sarah Lee Memorial Fund. You can go to a GoFundMe for, I'm not really sure much about that, but go to GoFundMe for the Sarah Lee Memorial Fund is where the charity is going this month. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you can watch the next one as well. Subscribe and go check out Pro Wrestling Tees official video. Check out my buddy Dave Canning's video, Dave See the Voice, and we'll catch you later. Peace.